Call to order, and good evening to everyone. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Brockman.
Present.
Mr. Brooks.
Here.
Mr. Duran Harris. Ms. James.
Present.
Ms. Keith. Mr. Liguori.
Here.
Dr. Patel. Ms. Toad.
Here.
And Ms. Gonzalez.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interests is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the Open Public Meetings Law, the public notice of this meeting, which included the time, date, and location, was distributed by 3 p.m. on Friday, July 16, 2021, in the following manner. Posted on the bulletin board reserved for announcements in the board office, 25 Linwood Place, North Brunswick, mailed to the Home News Tribune, Sentinel, and the clerk of the Township of North Brunswick, and delivered to the 9 duly elected board members. Tonight, we have several very special presentations where we will be honoring some folks who have done outstanding work on behalf of the students and staff of our district.
Would you like to go down here, Madam President?
Sure.
Lead them from down here.
Sure.
Mr. Liguori, if you'd like to join us. This evening, our first presentation is in honor of our longest standing, I was going to say old, but that's not appropriate. It would be our oldest, but really it's our longest standing board member, Mr. Richard Liguori. He has been on the board for a total of 13 years. So in board member life, it's like dog years. That's probably about 90 years, right? And being a board member is often a thankless job, and it is a volunteer job. And board members not only have to attend these meetings, many other meetings, but they also have to go through board member education through the New Jersey School Boards Association. And Mr. Liguori has reached a level of education based on his 13 years as a board member called a master board member. So do you want to read that plaque?
Absolutely.
To honor that?
Presented to Richard Liguori in recognition for your service to the students of North Brunswick as a certified master board member of the North Brunswick Township Board of Education, 2021. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Liguori, for all your service to the township and the students. Would you like to say something?
Thank you very much for this. It's very humbling. I achieved certified board member status back in 2012, and now master board member status in 2021. It's a combination of classes where you earn credits, attending county meetings, attending workshops, delegate assemblies, statewide programs, X number of years on the board, which, as you heard, I've got that one down, and obviously no ethics violations. With COVID, I thought it was a good idea to kind of sit in and listen to some more of these meetings that were being held online, mostly so we could hear about some of the issues that were going on in neighboring districts. And it's always good to benchmark and compare and listen to what's going on. So I took a little bit more of an interest in that over the last year and a half or 2 years, and it wasn't to earn a plaque. It was really to learn about and listen to some of the things going on in some of the neighboring towns. So thank you very much for this. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Our second presentation this evening is to honor some very special people who have gone above and beyond during COVID-19 and during our pandemic months. We started March 12th, 2020. We actually started before that in meetings, with Mary Ellen Engel, our nursing supervisor, and in consultation with her nurses on staff to really look at how we responded to this pandemic. And throughout it, starting before everything closed down, from our nursing supervisor to our nurses, your team faced the unknown, and you faced it with grace and professionalism. And we were so lucky as a district to have you and your team here to support our students, our families, our staff, and our community through this unknown and very dangerous disease. So we have a special resolution, and we want to honor and thank you for all of your dedication and efforts to our district and our community.
Thank you. Be it resolved by the Board of Education, Township of North Brunswick, County of Middlesex, in the state of New Jersey, that the said Board of Education recognizes the efforts of Mary Ellen Engel and wishes to acknowledge its appreciation for the services rendered to the students and citizens of North Brunswick. And whereas the Board of Education of the Township of North Brunswick does hereby express its warm appreciation and heartfelt thanks to Mary Ellen Engel and the district school nurses for their conscientious and faithful service in the performance of their duties, the never-ending pursuit of services, and for the integrity with which they carried out their responsibilities. Whereas during the COVID-19 pandemic, Mary Ellen Engel and the district school nurses have coordinated services with our local, county, and state health services for the North Brunswick Township School District. And now therefore be it resolved that this public acclaim be given to Mary Ellen Engel and the district school nurses for providing ongoing communications, relieving the fears and trepidations of the community due to this insidious virus. And be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be spread upon the minutes of this Board of Education, and that a copy be given to Mary Ellen Engel and the district school nurses. Thank you, all of you, for your service.
Side. That way you can be on camera.
Thank you. Thank you. On behalf of the North Brunswick Township School nursing staff, I would like to thank you for this recognition and for inviting us to the meeting tonight. I am proud to work with the best nursing team. Anna Toupé, Annabelle Rodriguez, Cheryl Dioria, Edward Schaffery, Michelle Burles, Jacqueline Lewis, Rosemarie Fragoni, Lori Petrick, Kimberly Dominguez, Andra Camerata, Michelle Conrad, Sandrine Clayton, Carolyn Battaglia, and Shreya Patel. Thank you for recognizing the important work of school nurses. We are uniquely qualified to manage the health and safety of the entire school community and to ensure that our students are safe, healthy, and ready to learn. The COVID-19 pandemic has certainly been a challenge. As I said, we are a team. Our nurses developed critical partnerships within the North Brunswick School District as well as in the larger community. We formed strong relationships with Dr. Bert Mandelbaum, the North Brunswick Health Department, North Brunswick Mayor Womack and his staff, the Middlesex County Health Department, the Walmart Pharmacy, who partnered with us to provide on-site vaccines, Back to Work Solutions, who provided on-site COVID-19 testing, and finally with Cranberry Superintendent Dr. Susan Jenko, who assisted early on in securing vaccines for our North Brunswick staff. We tackled the challenges with hard work, dedication, and collaboration, and grace to ensure that we continue to provide evidence-based, clinically competent, quality care. We are the experts in illness surveillance in our community. The North Brunswick nurses completed contact tracing for more than 2,025 cases in our district. We continue to provide resources and education to our staff, students, and the school community on COVID-19 and other health concerns. We coordinated the health needs and provided care to all students, whether in person or virtual. We are partners in planning, developing, and implementing safety protocols, screening procedures, and mitigation strategies to reduce the spread of the COVID-19 virus. Thank you to the North Brunswick Township Board of Education, Dr. Brian Zakowski, and the entire administrative team for your leadership and support throughout the pandemic. This exemplary team of nurses is diligently preparing for a safe return to the new school year, coordinating policy, process, and practice to improve learning and health. Thank you.
Careful, watch the step. Again, thank you so much, Ms. Engel and your nursing team, some of whom could not be here tonight. But again, as you can hear, these nurses really held our schools together in terms of health and safety, and we're so lucky that we have such a dedicated team. And as we go into our new school year next year, knowing with confidence that we have you there to continue to help support us is a wonderful thing. So we have one more presentation that's actually not on the agenda, but we do have on our agenda tonight some new hires, and we always like to bring new hires in for our board members to meet. So if we can invite Christian and Alexis just up to the dais. I did this as well when I got my job here. So it's always nice for the board to connect a name and a face. So if you can just maybe want to introduce yourself. These two will be deans at NBTMS and at Linwood this coming year. So we're excited. They're coming from out of district. We have a third one who's returning to district, Diane Morey, but she could not be here this evening. So if you just want to say a brief word about yourself, and welcome to the district.
Sure. So I ended up going first. Good evening, Board President Gonzalez and Superintendent and Assistant Superintendents. Nice to see you all again, and esteemed board members. My name is Christian Valentin Gladden. I am so excited to begin this next chapter in my educational career as a first-time school leader. Many of us have been in this position before, and it's nerve-wracking, but it's so exciting. And I can't wait to welcome our babies back in September. So thank you so much for trusting us, and look forward to the next school year.
Good evening, Ms. Straka, Ms. Rumbo, Board of Education. I'm very excited. My name is Alexis Jackinay. I'm coming from out of district. I come to you guys with over 10 years of experience in all different fields. I am so excited to be coming to Linwood. 5th grade, 6th grade is such a fun age. That school, that community, I am so excited to be coming here to North Brunswick and hoping to make a change and being a valuable member here and working with all of you guys in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming this evening, and we look forward to having you join our team.
I have a motion on the minutes.
Sure. I'd like to make a motion to approve the following board minutes. Conference regular public meeting took place on June 23rd, 2021, and executive meeting June 23rd, 2021.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The minutes are accepted.
Any communications today?
We do not have any communications, Madam President.
Any reports, old business?
No, ma'am.
None? New business?
No new business.
Administrative report?
Yes, I do have an
Yay.
administrative report for you. We've already started the meeting. I haven't officially introduced myself, but my name is Janet Shiroka.
Sorry.
That's okay. I think a lot of people know already.
Okay.
But if you don't, my name is Janet Shiroka, and I am the acting superintendent for the 21-22 school year. And it is my pleasure and honor to be up here serving the students, staff, and community of North Brunswick. Since I began officially on July 1st, we have had a very smooth transition with our administrative team, with new administrative members taking on new roles. But we have smoothly jumped into those roles and are in strong preparations for our return to school in September. Our summer academy started off soon in June after school got out. So we have summer academy, a transitions program, and extended school year programs going on at NBTHS, NBTMS, Judd School, as well as NBTECC in Milltown. Those are all in-person, half-day programs, and have been running very smoothly. So it's great to have our students here in the buildings all summer. Summer Academy actually ends tomorrow with their last day, and extended school year wraps up on August 6th. Our NBTEC or ECC Early Childhood Program will be moving from our rented location in Milltown at Our Lady of Lourdes Catholic School building to our new board offices, our new location at the Linwood campus, as we're calling it, the second week of August. And we'll be ready to have our students starting at the new school year in their new location that was part of our Phase 2 renovation and part of the referendum. So we're excited to roll that out. Administrators are currently finalizing our Road Forward Return to School plan. Currently, under the direction of the governor and the New Jersey Department of Education, we are expecting to operate full day of school under the hours listed on the website. Virtual school is currently not offered as an option as per the governor's mandates. However, we do know this situation could possibly change, and we are keeping a close watch as that information comes from the state, and will adjust as needed and communicate to families if those options change. Lunch will be provided and will be available at no cost to all students. In preparation for opening, our principals are working on orientation schedules in order to have our students come to the buildings and become familiar with maybe a building that they hadn't been to before and get them more comfortable with that. So stay tuned for more information from each school. In addition, we know there are a lot of challenges that will be associated with our return to school and student anxieties. And in coordination with University Behavioral Health, with whom we have a partnership, group sessions will be provided to students at no cost to assist them in transitioning back to in-person learning. There is a flyer that has been sent to elementary families and will be also convolved out in a message to upper grade families this week, and families can click on it and sign up. It says, "We've been home for a year, now what?" This is a group program to help students prepare to transition from virtual to in-person learning and to gain help coping and social skills and feel confident and excited for the new school year. Groups will be held twice a week at no cost for families for the first 2 weeks of August over Zoom. And these will, if you have not gotten this yet, it will be coming out to you tomorrow. And already for the elementary schools that have sent it out, the 50 spots of the counseling program have been filled with over 40-person wait list. And there are still spots available in the program for grades K through 6 through 12. Thank you, Madam President. That's it for my administrative report.
Any student, well, we don't have student representatives today.
We do
So
not.
we'll skip the student reports for now. Committee reports.
I think I'm in, Madam President.
I think so.
Business operations met on Wednesday, July 21st. Among the items discussed, we began by talking about the Linwood Phase 2 project, which is wrapping up. Our Board of Ed dais has been installed. There was to be media, sound, and power to be installed this week, and we're excited about the potential for holding our August public meeting, potentially, in that new room.
So,
The bus loop paving has been completed. At this point, we're down to just a punch list of items to be updated and completed. Mrs. Taroka touched on the ECC update that we're relocating from Milltown to Linwood in the middle of August, as the lease for Our Lady of Lourdes will terminate on August 31st. In conjunction with that move, there will be a preschool courtyard that will be installed. Happy to report that that's being paid for through grant funding, and it's on tonight's agenda, item 4F under finance on page 21. Some happy news is those of you who are here here tonight walked up to the building, you saw that the more than 25-year-old trailers outside of NBTHS have begun to be taken down. Whatever storage was in those old beaten-up trailers has moved to the meeting facility. A follow-up on the auxiliary gym floor here at the high school. The flooring and the glue has been removed and has been sent for disposal. Sampling of the concrete is the next step, then a sealant and some retesting with more to come once that's completed. We talked again about the high school roof, the 2 sections that remain, and the bids have been awarded, but it seems as if the sourcing of the insulation is delaying that project through the November timeframe. We touched again, more of a reminder for the transformers here at the high school, that those will be updated in November during the NJEA Convention Week. The shutdown here at the high school for our solar project was completed back on Tuesday, July 20th. It took about 8 hours and everything is now back online. The solar project at the middle school is still under attorney review. Some more good news to report on tonight's agenda. Item 4C under finance on page 20. There is the results of the lease purchase plan. We're happy to announce that it's $1 million and it's a bid from TD Bank, a 5-year lease that's below 1%. It came in at 0.9875%. We've talked about it in the past couple of months, how we'll use this lease purchase plan for transportation vehicles, technology, textbooks, and things along those lines. We talked about the non-public transportation bid results again. The second bid was done in-house in the middle of July. We only received 1 bid. It was only for 5 routes, and each was more than the allowable $1,000 per student cost, so it couldn't be awarded. A follow-up letter was sent to parents, or going to be sent to parents, indicating that aid in lieu is the only possible option this year. For all non-public routes except for the Notre Dame route, which we were fortunate to jointure with South Brunswick. There's just a severe shortage of bus drivers, and it's leading to cost-prohibitive bids this year. To follow up on last month's discussion on access points, cameras, and radios, happy to report that some of this is on tonight's agenda for approval. Those items that we're going to lease through the lease purchase plan can be found on page 21, items 4I and J. And that would cover that would cover access controls at all buildings and radios. We're also still in discussions about cameras at NBTHS in Linwood, another $500,000 that we could fund through ESSER funding, with more to come on that. We talked about the HVAC projects at the elementary schools, that we're still studying the possibility of using ESSER funding for those proposals. We talked about the Maple Mead Maintenance Hub work that was beginning at the end of July, where it was going to take 7 to 10 days to move everything over to Maple Mead. And we talked about the Herman Road paving project, where ongoing meetings continue with the township. That would conclude what was a longer meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I think that's it for our committee reports.
Committee reports?
No committee
Going once,
reports.
going twice? Very well, thank you.
So now we have to do a public session on agenda items only after we do a review of our
We just
agenda.
need to do a motion
Okay.
to approve the
Motion. Okay,
administrative.
apologize. Just getting the hang of this.
It's all right,
Yeah,
it's all
that's
right.
right.
Out of here.
Madam President.
Yes, can you do
Sure.
that, please?
So I'd like to make a motion to approve the administrative, student, and committee reports.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All the reports are accepted.
Thank you. At this time, that fun time to review the public agenda, make sure that any questions about it are clarified and answered. Go through page 3. And 4. 5 and 6. Seven and and 8. Page 9 and 10. I always like to clarify that while we're rushing through this, we've all reviewed these pages before, so. 11 and 12. And 13. Fourteen. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
I'm sorry, Madam President.
Yes,
I
sir.
do have a question.
Yes.
Page 16. I see Avid Digital XP Summer Training. Can you just explain what that?
Avid is a summer program, is a program we use at the high school, and it's called digital training because they're doing it virtually. But it's a program for Avid, which is a support program for students that we've implemented at the high school for several years.
Okay,
So
right, okay.
we're actually expanding it to the middle school this year. So we actually have more staff members attending and learning how to use the Avid program with our students.
And the DX and XP are just different versions
Yes.
of the Avid program, is that
Yes.
correct?
Correct.
All right, thank you.
Good question, thank you. Okay, where did we leave off?
We were on-
We were on
20?
page 18, I'm sorry.
18, 19. '20 and 21. '22 and 23. 24. And 25 up to item 14. At this time, we'd like to open the floor for any questions on our agenda from the public. If you are interested in speaking or asking a question, we would ask that you step up to the dais, sign in your name, let us know your name, and ask any questions or make any comments you'd like to make at this time.
And these are related just to the specific agenda and not regular public open comments because we have a consent agenda. We do comments just for the agenda at this portion of the meeting.
Correct.
Any comments from the public?
I see no one jumping up and down.
Okay.
Very well. In that case, we will close.
You need to have a motion.
I have a motion on the public session.
Make a motion. Close the public portion of the meeting. Consent agenda item.
I'll second that.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? This portion of the agenda of the meeting is closed.
And now we will open the public
We need
session.
a motion for the consent agenda first.
I'm sorry.
I thought we had the motion. No, that was just for the public session.
Sorry. Okay, consent agenda motion, please.
Sure, I'd like to make a motion to approve the following consent agenda items: personnel, curriculum, miscellaneous, finance items 1 through 4, policy, and transportation.
Second.
Mr. Brockman?
Yes.
Mr. Brooks?
Yes.
Ms. James?
Yes.
Mr. Labori?
Yes.
Ms. Toth?
Yes.
And Ms. Gonzalez?
Yes.
Both motions are accepted.
Thank you. I'm sorry. At this time, we'd like to open the floor for a public session on any matter. We ask that if you have any questions or comments, again, you limit your comments to 5 minutes, possible. Seeing there are no takers,
We're checking online as well, right, Madam President?
Mr. Toro, any comments online? No.
Thank you.
Thank you. You need a
in that
motion?
case, can I have a motion on closed session?
I'd like to make a motion to close the public portion of the meeting.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The public session is closed.
Need a motion for closed session.
Yeah, can I have a motion then to go into closed session, please?
You read that first.
I'm sorry. Where Section 8 of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231 PL 1975 permits the exclusion of the public from a meeting in certain circumstances, and whereas this public body is of the opinion that such circumstances presented exist, now therefore be it resolved by the North Brunswick Township Board of Education that the public shall be excluded from discussion of and action upon the hereinafter specified subject matters. The general nature of the subject matters to be discussed is as follows. Personnel matters. It is anticipated at this time that the above stated subject matter shall be made public at such time as the need for non-disclosure no longer exists. This resolution shall take effect immediately. May I have a motion to go into closed session, please?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We can go into closed session.
Ladies and gentlemen, appreciate being here.
Thank you for
that the meeting be returned to open session.
Second.
At this time, I'd like to read a sidebar agreement. July 28, 2021. There's a motion to approve a sidebar agreement between North Brunswick Township Board of Education and the North Brunswick Township Education Association for the 2019-2022 contract agreement relative to Article 16, Section 1, Subsection 4, Terms and Conditions of Entitled Sick Leave Payout. Do I have a second?
Second. Mr. Brockman.
Yes.
Mr. Brooks.
Yes.
Ms. Coe.
Yes.
Ms. James.
Yes.
Lamore.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time to adjourn. If I could have a motion. Thank you. Mr. Brockman?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Meeting adjourned.
Thank you. Mr. Bezigal. Thank you, gentlemen.